We're the heroes of the realm tonight, blazing swords and hearts alight. Monsters quake when we take a stand. We'll save the land with our own two hands. The Goblin King laughs from his iron throne, but his fear will grow when he's all alone. We've got courage and spades and the will to fight. This is our world and we'll set it right.
Well, welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of Ash and Steele. You may have seen our little prologue or trailer, as one may call it, about these adventurers here and their first adventure, successfully saving some young women from some crazed goblins. And new friend of theirs, Simon Castor, and the Simon Castor family. And it's been a little bit of time since these guys have all come together, going off and doing adventures, gaining some promotions and ranks and things like that. It's been about a year. And all of you, maybe together, maybe separately, have went out and gotten the adventuring rank of Steele. Successfully done your promotion, and at some point before you leave town to head back to wherever it is you guys were calling headquarters, or just to meet up with the rest of your party here, all of you would have found an envelope, of a red envelope, sealed with a wax seal you can't quite identify, and in it, two things: a letter and something about the size of a playing card. This kind of strange, made out of rock. There's a few, depending on how you're looking at it in the sunlight, a few runes that sort of skitter across this card. The letter reads, "Dear Adventurer, this letter is an invitation to a new adventure. Those who have at least been promoted to the rank of Steele or higher may present this card and their evidence of rank to the dock master in the King City. You will receive free transportation to the Alabaster City, where you will again hand in this card and prove your rank as Steele to the Alabaster Adventures Association for your next assignment. Good fortune and good luck." There's a signature there that none of you can really make out. Not a name you're familiar with, or a name you've heard, higher ranked adventurer or anything. Yeah, all of you have received this within the last week or so, or however it was been since you've gained rank of Steele. But let's go around. What has your character been up to for a year? Maybe what has changed since we saw them conquer the goblins in that goblin cave and rescue those girls? And what's your thoughts on this new invitation? Maybe this new way to rise quickly within the ranks of the guild. We'll start with Tomahawk. What have you been up to, and what has changed about your character over the last?
Tomahawk has been mostly kind of sticking to himself. He would have taken the odd job with Dagonoth, Simon, and Declan, but most of the time he kind of spends time with himself, more or less out in, I guess, in the wilds, as he has increased his survivalism checks mechanically. And I guess personally, he's a little bit ashamed of his past, which is why he tends to seclude himself away from people unless he's out adventuring. So this is this invitation, though. He kind of looks at it as a way of um, maybe redemption is a bit of a strong word, but that's about as close as I can get to it. So route to redemption. Maybe do some good.
Yeah, you know what? Tomahawk, roll me a general knowledge. Give you some
General
information on maybe the
knowledge.
Alabaster City and something of this invitation.
Okay.
The 14. Yeah, you know, you've heard of the Alabaster City. It's to the north some ways in this place called the Shalelands. You don't know too much about the Shalelands, except for the rumors are that it is extremely dangerous and monster-filled. But there are many, many ways to strike a fortune in Shalelands. But to get there, you would need to raise the money to get yourself portage from the King City to the Alabaster City, which could be rather expensive, or work, you know, as a sailor or whatnot to again get passage up there. This is a free ride up to a place that is supposed to be full of ways to gain riches and fortune and become famous if needed, or whatever, you know, kind of that sense of life and whatnot up that way, the Alabaster City. And that's been about 15 years or so since the Alabaster City's rumors kind of spread, so it is a new kingdom, so to speak. It is ruled under the king still, but is relatively new, allowing people to.
Cool. All right. So just so I understand, the city is new? Like it was just like recently established as a city, or
Yeah, like it was recently established as a city, and you know, within the last 4 or 5 years, maybe, the rumors of, you know, if you're looking to strike it big, or you're looking to create a new life for yourself, find riches and fortune, that's where you go. But also extremely dangerous monsters. There's this rumor with your check. There's this rumor that people are saying the Shalelands themselves are deadly. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it's something that is said about that place, that the actual land itself can be just as deadly as the monsters found there.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, so you read this invitation, you see the Alabaster City, you see all these things, free transportation up there. Is that Tomahawk sort of keep that in the back of his mind, or is he gonna? Would he bring that to his new friends?
I think he would go. He would go and find everybody, and just kind of talk it over with them, see what their thoughts are. Tomahawk likes it. He likes the idea of it, but he kind of has built a bit of a relationship with these guys, and they're kind of his adventuring crew, so he doesn't want to do anything unless everybody's on board.
Yeah. And is there any, as a lot of animes go, that, you know, 1 year time gap, characters seem to have physical changes as well, whether you see it's puberty and they get taller, or they now have battle scars from training. Is there anything distinctive that happened to Tomahawk?
His skin is a little bit darker as he spends most of his time outside. Just a little bit, because it couldn't get much darker than it already is. He is a little bit bigger, more muscular, as he's used to, like, you know, setting traps and hoisting game up on like a rope pulley system, just like thrown over a branch and just like throwing that up and cutting wood. He's just a general like outdoorsman at this point. He doesn't look like a teenager like he did a year ago. He looks, well, basically full grown at this point. But hair is just a little bit longer, still white, and just a little bit more rugged.
All right, nice. And so with invitation in hand, you know, you maybe set out to the meeting place of you and your new friends. Declan, you same kind of thing. You've gotten through your Steele promotion, and at some point, within the next day, you find this hidden invitation, this strange card with the runes on it. What is Declan's thoughts on that? What has Declan been up to this last year?
So Declan's thoughts on it is, let's do it. If there's trouble in the city, there's more people I can protect. Because as soon as Declan lost his parents, he's like, man, I wasn't able to protect them. So although he was little, he's been learning his way to be more of a protective person of saving other people. But he had that 1 year anime time gap or jump. So I decided he's not going to be over 6 foot. He's going to be 5'11" and 3/4. And he tells people he's 6 foot, but he's really not. And basically, it's going to be like Asta from season 1 to Asta to season 4 or whatever, like the last episodes, where he's just now pretty jacked. He was toned before, and now he's a lot more muscular. He got a scar across his chest from a slash on our last adventure that was healed by Daganov, who ended up saving him as Tomahawk put a tomahawk through the boss's head to save my life. And then I kind of just been adventuring with Simon all the time, and his sister helped nurse me up after the injury, and now Declan's been courting her, and he has a very strong sense of loyalty to Simon's sister now and the Castor family.
And you again walk out of the adventuring hall or wherever you are with this invitation in hand, the want to protect this new land in your mind. And Daganov, same kind of thing. You've just received your Steele ranking. You're going through your bag, and this invitation was snuck to it, with this invite to glory and fortune. What is Daganov's thoughts on that, and what have you been up to in this last year? How has your character grown this time gap?
He's definitely intrigued with all the stuff he's been going through, that a new beginning is literally a letter away. He's ready for adventure. He sees it as a destiny, that this couldn't have been any better. He wants to do more adventuring with the two that he started his journey learning how to be an adventurer with, essentially. So why not? Faith has crossed the paths again, so why say no? As for the growth, I would say he's 5'11", but tells people he's 5'10". He doesn't brag, so he's definitely not trying to. He probably looks more 5'11" and, would you say, 3/4?
Everybody's like, wait, you're not 6 foot? And then they look at Declan, who's basically the same size. You're not 6 foot.
It's the hair.
It's that one little alpha piece,
I would say during that year, he's done some adventuring with others as well too, just to kind of test the waters. He's gone through a lot of thought. I would say he's probably struggled mentally and emotionally a bit differently than maybe the others have, due to some certain circumstances happening almost a year prior with their original adventure that he started out with. I would say he's been learning how to fish and cook more, fishing to try to calm his thoughts more, cooking to ease those thoughts, and earning extra money on the side, being a laborer. so to speak. And he feels that he's learning how to be cool and collected a little more as it goes. He's maybe got a little more hardy, gained a spell expertise here and there, maybe things of that nature. He's gotten a little more honed in on worshiping and has gotten a little bit more sturdy at a long distance travel, if you will.
I like it. And, Declan, you probably meet up with Simon not too long after you guys probably went to do your promotion rankings. And, you might be holding the invitation. You definitely see Simon hold this red envelope, but it is open. And he looks up and he goes, Declan, I got this weird invitation to go to the Alabaster City. It's talking about Steele ranks, and that's us now, right?
Yeah, that's us now. We got it.
Nice.
I got one too. Look.
Oh, do you know these runes? This card is really weird. It feels like it's rock, and he hits it, against like a table or something, and it chips
And
the
I go,
table.
does it? And I smack it on my head, just trying to see if it actually hurts.
Yes, he's like, Declan. He's like, when my dad said use your head more, he just meant thinking, right? Like not slam your head against stuff.
Oh, well.
Simon says a lot of things, but you don't have to do all of them.
Oh. But what if Simon doesn't say it, and he just goes, "Do this"?
I mean, is it coming from Simon then? If it's not, well, anyway. Do you think that? I mean, I know Tomahawk and Dagonoth were in town. I think we're doing their promotion too, because I think that's what we all talked about last adventure. Do you think they got the invitation too? Do you think you went out to everybody who got those steel rank or higher?
Probably, more than likely. If they got it, or if we got it, then they probably got it because they were with us when we did our promotion.
Yeah,
quest.
we should go find him. And one thing you've noticed over the years for Simon is he hasn't really grown in height. He's just like 5'6". He hasn't really lost his boyish looks. Even with the training you guys have done, he's still got like an athletic build, so he can do pretty well. And he has some martial training, nothing really with a weapon. He holds his staff really well. But for him, it's been books. The backpack that he carries, he's got like a book attached to his side hip that you don't really think, it doesn't necessarily hold spells. It's kind of just in the book he's writing. And then he always has 3 or 4 books with him about everything and anything he can find. Over the year, he's gotten smarter, be able to cast more spells. Really, he's been kind of buffing you guys more than anything else. That seems to be his expertise, is the imbuement side of spells, and he's always good for physical boost in power, or even just your weapon itself, giving extra oomph needed to take on whatever horrible monsters. Is he relies on magic missile, but he knows that you guys are the real muscle behind this, so he will stand back and assist you in any way he can. Yeah, you guys go and search out Tomahawk and Dagonoth. I'm sure whether it's in an inn or a tavern, you guys stumble upon each other.
I probably am waiting in a tree somewhere in town. I'm just walking through town trying to find these guys, and oh, look at that tree up there. Oh, and I just climb a random tree, and then I happen to see them passing by.
Yeah, I see Declan and Simon walking into this nice little courtyard, and there you are, just lounging in a tree, whittling something at wood. And Simon to come over and be like, "Why are you always climbing stuff? I mean, if you fall, you're gonna get hurt." I never understood that.
Simon, I found it. I'm trying to remember what was the voice that I did. Oh God,
I don't remember.
I found that asking questions tends to get you more hurt than actually doing things.
I don't know if that
Yeah,
really makes sense.
it hurts me every time I ask some questions, but
Yeah.
those are the really hard ones. Like, what is the meaning of life?
Guys, not everything has to make sense. And at that point, I'll just like swing down by my knees. Like I'll grab the lower branch with my knees and just kind of swing down. And I'll brush the sawdust off of my shirt. Where's Dagonoth?
I don't know. We're looking for him.
And I feel like Dagonoth, you're probably real cool, like entering the square and seeing these guys, and they all have red envelopes out and whatnot, and are kind of huddled around this tree.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Dagonoth.
I'll walk over. Steel rank, huh?
Yeah,
Feels pretty good.
yeah. We're cool now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are real adventurers, but like next time we get, we're so close to getting the really good adventures and stuff, guys. Gonna be more than just goblins soon, I mean, we had those bandits that one time, but
Yeah, don't remind me.
runners.
It still hurts.
Yeah, that
Did
was.
you guys get this? And I'll go ahead and pull out of my bag.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll kind of peel over
We all
the
have it out
red
in our
symbol.
hand already. We're like, yeah, that's right here.
You like this? Yeah. What
Did
do you think it
someone give
means?
this to you? I just found it in my bag.
It was on.
Yeah.
It was at the. There was two of them at the caster house.
Yeah, we
It was-
just found him. We
It was at the base of a tree I was climbing the other day. It's weird.
Maybe it wasn't
Was
for
just
you
out-
then.
I was
Oh.
out fishing one day and I came back and it was just in my bag.
Huh. Weird.
Weird. Well, I mean, there are some really powerful magic users in the adventuring guild, so maybe I don't know whose the signature is. I'm unfamiliar with this name. I can barely even read it. Uh, maybe
Hell,
this
I can barely read.
I thought we worked on that not too long ago.
I
But,
say that my
Well, we
intelligence
worked
is
on
3.
it. I don't know if he was paying attention.
Oh, all right. Well, we could. I mean, I know the Alabaster City's pretty about a week on a boat, so we got some time. I could show you how to read. I got a book. It's like a real easy one to read.
You guys know, I heard that the Shalelands were kind of like dangerous and everything. Like monsters and the landscape around it is all like dangerous and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. We can protect more people. The more dangerous it is because there's more things to destroy.
I know. That's like exactly what I was thinking.
I'll take
We're on the
a
same wavelength.
general knowledge skill check from Declan and Dagonoth.
$12.
Yeah, you guys have pretty much heard the same rumors. The land is as dangerous as the monsters that live there and things like that. But if you're making a name for yourself, the Alabaster City is where you want to go. All that head west, my son, kind of rumors and whatnot of everything. Simon will pipe up, be like, well, I guess this gets us free transportation there. Should we go at least and see maybe the next ship leaves? And then, I mean, I've got some supplies, I guess. I'm ready to go. I could write a letter back to my dad and family. We don't need to go all the way back to their house before we leave for this.
Yeah, I think I've got everything I need.
I got everything I need. Can I add to the letter? I don't want Elizabeth to think I'm just leaving her.
You why don't you can write your own letter.
Okay, fine. I just figured you were writing a letter telling them where we were going. I could add like a little PS on the bottom, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm
So
writing a
okay.
letter to my dad. I don't think he wants to read a PS to my sister.
All right, fine. I take out a piece of paper and pen, or like whatever we use for writing in this world, and I just start writing a letter to her.
Besides, I think it means more coming from you anyway, right?
I mean, it would have came from me as
Yeah.
well, but it was just going to the
Sure.
same thing.
Means more. Uh-huh.
But you've got that beautiful penmanship.
Ah, thanks, man. I try really hard when I'm writing.
Or like elbow Dagonoth real quick.
How good is my writing? Do I have to do a check?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely make you make a check. Let's do a technique focus.
Tomahawk, I don't know how you're judging his writing when you can't read.
10.
Oh. I just
You
look at the
know,
shapes.
Not bad. I wouldn't say you would be a master calligrapher, but it's legible. At least maybe a couple of your E's look like O's. You know, there's a couple of those real small letters that kind of blend in and whatnot. But you know, you get your point across.
Doesn't look that bad.
I assume it's good. There's a lot of loops in it and everything.
Is that a harder
That's called cursive.
What? Ah, never mind. I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah, and then Simon's like, yeah, anyway, so I think the docks are that way. We can write letters later. And he starts kind of just walking off as you're talking about writing a letter to his sister.
Follow briskly behind.
Um
I'll take the back.
and he kind of like lets you catch up Tomahawk and he goes, "Have you ever been on a ship before? I never have."
No, actually, no, I haven't. I came from underground a long time ago.
Yeah, how about you,
I don't know if
Dagonoff? Have you ever been sailing?
We lived
few
by
times.
we lived by the water.
A few times.
A few times. Cool. All right, cool. And you can obviously see that he's just ignoring Declan as you guys are
Man, I
walking
thought
the
we
dock.
were friends.
You're trying to hit on his sister. It's like
I mean,
he's like, we'll let a couple minutes pass before I talk to Declan again.
I mean, it's been a year.
Doesn't mean it still can't be weird.
I'll look back at Declan and just be like, so what? Is she still making you wait?
What do you mean by that?
Never mind.
Declan's like this super innocent kid, and he's like, he's like holding hands is forbidden, so they just kind of like talk and sit next to each other and don't actually like hold hands or anything.
I'll just kind of give like a soft punch to Simon.
Yeah. Maybe you should go talk to the dock master. I'm just gonna be over here looking at this fish stuff. And he like wanders over to like a vendor who's got like fresh fish.
Oh well, we probably need your letter thing or whatever to get you back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. What? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll be behind. And he pulls his little card out.
And I guess I'll go up to the dock master and just proudly say, just like, for adventurers ready to head to the Alabaster City. And I'll extend my invitation.
Yeah, and it's kind of a portly guy. Looks like he's been a sailor for all of his life. And he turns around, the Alabaster City, eh? And he kind of sees all four of you pull out this kind of card. His eyes kind of light up a little bit. He goes, all right. You know, we just sent one group of adventurers up that way yesterday. He sort of checks his little sheet and he goes, well, I got a ship headed that way here shortly. They're just stocking up. If you guys are ready to go, I can get you on the next ship out within the next hour or two.
Sounds great. Sorry,
Good.
Tomahawk. You just were standing there.
Just kind of stand there awkwardly, just like staring at him, waiting for the ship to leave.
Right. So, and then he looks at you and goes, right. So you'll go. You see that ship over there with the blue mast, one with the one blue sail.
Uh-huh.
That's the Wave Runner. You're gonna go ahead and go over there. That's like Captain. Oh, it's got a new captain. I think his name is Quinn. I think it's Captain Quinn now. The old
Uh-huh.
captain died. There was pirate attack, something like that, not too long ago. And he sort of like trails off and he goes, "Ah, the Wave Runner. Yeah, just you give him this," and he gives you like a little, almost looks like a little ticket. Present your cards and stuff, and he'll get you all set up as passengers.
I'll just keep like looking at him.
Sounds good. We'll head over to the Wave Runner.
Oh, you mean now? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you wanted to leave, right? All right, good day. And he sort of like walks by you and starts ordering dock workers to do other things, shouting. Other people, and Simon's like, "Ha, good, yeah, Wave Runner. Okay, cool." And he starts walking off. Of course, the Wave Runner.
Yes, I follow. Come
Perfect.
on, guys.
Captain Quinn invites you on board. He's a jolly, again, kind of a younger, not too much older than you guys. Surprisingly young for a captain of a ship, and it looks like the rest of the sailors are probably almost twice his age. Invites you on, sees that you are from the Adventurers Guild, and is extremely excited to have you on board and get you all set up. That you guys head out within the next hour or two. The sea is pretty rough as you get a day or two north of the King City, as it's cold and bitter and sort of just on the teetering edge of kind of an Arctic winds and everything. And Captain Quinn makes you as comfortable as he can make you, and journey goes rather uneventful other than the weather itself. And you guys arrive at the Alabaster City, which I think is a perfect time to take a quick break. We will right back. All right, so ship has gone 10 days through rough Arctic seas, and all of you probably been seasick one time or another since you're not used to the ocean. The crew of the Wave Runner has probably poked fun at you at the time, but Captain Quinn has been nice, filling you with positivity and giving you a bucket to puke in. And that's pretty much as far as it goes. But you arrive at the Alabaster City, and what a sight it is to behold. As the ship comes into port, you see it's this sprawling kind of city. It's sort of like a U-shaped around this giant plateau. On the top of this plateau stands this, what looks to be pure white. That is the Alabaster Palace. You can see trailing through the city, kind of up and around to the plateau and the palace itself, this white road. Captain, as you guys are kind of standing there looking, tell you that is the Alabaster Highway, this is called. It actually goes out into the Shalelands in some ways. He's never gone on it himself, so he doesn't know how far it goes. It's what he's told. And that is the main thoroughway through town. A few things. I know you are adventurers, so you're going to want to report to the Alabaster Adventurers Association at some point. And I think, kind of looks around at this young group of kids and he goes, if I have any wisdom for you, stay at a seaside.
Stay away from seaside. Got it.
I mean, that's the docks. It's where the rough and tumble crowd is. Pretty sure there's some thieves guilds and some runners maybe running around here now. The city's been established, and with this new uptick of adventurers coming, we bring the other side of that as well. Midtown and Hightown are places where the market is, and most people find themselves staying. Get yourself up into the Royal District, Points to the palace or anything around there. Got yourself a blessing. Other than that, the city might look big, but it's still growing, and not all of that is occupied by citizens who mean well. So, watch your backs a little bit, and good luck. And if you need transportation back to the King City, find the Wave Runner. Take
Will
you
do.
back.
Thank you, Captain Quinn.
Oh, on that note, quick question, Captain.
Huh?
Have you ever, taken anyone back from here? Or has it always just been two?
Well, I mean, I've taken some merchants and stuff. Alabaster
Adventurers,
City.
specifically.
No, I think most adventures I've taken up the last year or so have been here to stay. Fates of those adventurers, I don't know. But come to think of it, I haven't actually brought any adventurers back to the King City.
I'll just look at the rest of the party and just go,
That
won't happen to us, Tomahawk. Don't worry.
That's not to say
no.
none of them have met some horrible fate. Some of them just may be really successful and have no reason to go back to the King City.
Well,
I like your
definitely
positivity,
have
Captain Quinn.
yes, I also like your positivity, and I also have something to go back to. So.
Oh yeah? What's that? Got a little lady somewhere? And he ribs you a little bit.
We're in the courting stage.
Oh, and you went off to be a big adventurer, huh? Make some money, go back, get her a big house somewhere?
One day, that could be the dream.
Well, you go on your honeymoon, look me up. I'll make sure you get where you need to go.
I will make a note, and I scribbled down a little note on like my piece of paper.
And he slaps you on the back a little bit too hard, pushes you forward a little bit. You hear Simon, how much longer till we're in port? And he's like on the other railing, like throwing up.
It's okay, Simon. We'll be there shortly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make a tonic. I got some herbs downstairs, I think. Didn't get my sea legs. Captain Quinn kind of leans into you guys and goes, yeah, you might want to watch that one there.
Can I go over and like pick up Simon and kind of like fireman's carry him to wherever we're going?
You are more than welcome to. And he's like, "What? I can walk. I don't do good. It's too much. I just can't. It'll be better when I have ground under me and everything's not shaking."
Well, then let me get you off the boat.
No,
I'm
this
like
is
carrying him off the boat.
it's
Against his
embarrassing.
will.
And he
Oh, stop being a baby. And
Oh.
then put him down off the boat on the bottom, on the docks.
ground, stable, non-moving ground. Great. Thanks, Captain.
I'll give him a very exaggerated salute.
He gives you one back. He says, good luck. Well, if you need to go back to the King City, we'll be in port about 3 days. And we're headed back out.
As I'm going to turn back towards the city, I'll just clap my hands together. All right, where's the nearest tree?
You're looking for a tree?
Make me good here. Let's do an observe.
Cool, I have a bonus to that.
You say, where's this tree? And you see, your eyes are kind of following this white road that seems to be this white cobblestone. And you see specks of the city, and looks a little ways following the road up. There seems to be like some sort of parade ground or something not too far away, and you can see some giant trees a little bit kind of coming over some rooftops and stuff.
I look at the rest of the party and just be like, All right, I'm going that way, and I just take off.
We just lost Tomahawk.
Would I be able to look around to see if there's any like fish stands or something of the sort, maybe crustaceans being sold?
Oh yeah, where you are here, Seaside, is very much that. It is warehouses, it is docks. You see some small fishing boats and stuff like that, where they're selling wares right off the boat, as they have probably just got in for the day of fishing. And anything like that, you definitely can walk the dock a little, find that. Go ahead and give me a 6th sense roll, or checking out vendors and wares on the seaside. Yeah, you get the sense that there are a lot of people watching you, or at least everybody. I mean, you guys kind of stick out. Are adventurers. Adventurers tend to stick out a little bit and garner some attention to themselves. Not necessarily a bad way, just possibly an adventure. And you talk to a couple vendors and stuff like that. And you just get the sense the whole time you're doing this that there are eyes on you that you don't even see. Just your awareness of things being observed is very high part of it.
Would I be able to speak to maybe a more weathered looking vendor fisherman?
Yeah, you find an
Maybe
old
just
man.
looking a bit older, yeah.
Yeah, you find like an old man that's probably bossing his son around a little bit. Don't put those there. Put them over there. They're not going to sell. Those ones are bad. We're going to use those for bait tomorrow and stuff like that. But you also can tell that he does sell stuff as well. So it's approach it. What can I help you with, son?
I'm a bit new to this town. I been a fisherman myself. I don't recognize, and I kind of pointed at a couple of the fish. I don't recognize any of these. Are these local to the area?
And he kind of takes a second, looks you down, and like, well, you're a fisherman. I'm not hiring right now, but some of these guys might have some spots for some kids. You from what? King City, south of here? You're not dressed for this kind of weather.
Yeah, I'm definitely not from around here. I wasn't actually looking for work. I enjoy cooking, and I've actually never seen this delicacy.
Ah, yeah. Some of the fish here, due to the water being so cold, they're real thick skinned. And he kind of picks one up, and he kind of peels it back a little bit or hands it to you. And some of the scales are real tough. And he goes, "Yeah, these ones are pretty tough without a real good sharp knife." What I find the best to do is just to actually get it on the fire right away. You give it about a minute or two, and the skin comes right off. And it's, there are some people use this stuff to make armor. How could you wear something that smells so bad? You know what I mean?
I love it. Would I be able to see maybe a sign indicating what this might cost? The fish he was presenting?
And he goes, "Well, he's for he doesn't have a sign or anything, but he goes, I sell a pound silver a pound. And each one of these is about a pound and a half. So tell you what though, since you're new to town, a silver piece and I'll give you 2 fish."
I'll go ahead and hand over a silver piece.
And yeah, he nods and hands you 2 good sized, fresh, you know, basically kind of a sea bass type creature that is rather heavy. And yeah, the scales are thick. You could see if somebody had a lot of these where maybe protective armor could be made, but That seemed a little far fetched, but these are definitely thicker, hardier scales than the fish you're.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and put them in my bag, and I'll salt them later, I guess.
Um, Declan. Tomahawk took off to go climb a tree. Dagonoff is off to the side, talk to an elderly fisherman, haggling. Man, you're staring at the sprawling city of the Alabaster City. What do you like to do?
I'm probably going to just talk to Simon and be like, Simon, maybe we should get a map of the city so we can locate places where we need to go. They said lodging is in Midtown, so maybe we should head to Midtown, find us a place, uh, find Dagonoff and get him a room as well. I know uh, Tomahawk likes to sleep in trees, so he's already gone. So there's no luck finding him for the rest of the day.
Yeah, well, there's doesn't look like there's too many trees in town. I'm sure we'll run into him again. Kind of looks around and goes, I don't think there's gonna be like a map of the city. Might just want to um head somewhere else. Go ahead and roll me a 6 cents.
Sure thing. Like Moss, I have a bonus in that. Except he said it with why would it let me roll 6 cents? Okay, hold on. I'm in the wrong spot. 16.
Yeah, you definitely get the feeling you're being watched, and think that it is slightly more than just the people who are watching you go by. Obviously you're being observed. You can tell that you stick out like a sore thumb in the fact that you're adventurers and
Mhm.
you're not from here. Just
And
get
I also
this.
have 4 spears on my back.
Yeah, that makes people kind of look at you oddly, but you do get the sense that there is other observation of you happening.
I kind of just let Simon know. Simon, just be be on the lookout. It
What are
feels
we
like
what are
someone.
we looking for?
No, just be on the lookout that someone might be watching us. You don't have to look around. Just know someone might be watching us. So stay on your guard. Don't go wandering off. Stay close.
Okay, well, why don't we get at a seaside then? And maybe
Good idea.
that gentleman there, and he goes, "Excuse me, fine sir," and this guy who looks like a sailor, slightly drunk. Would you happen to know where maybe a good tavern is in town? And the sailor looks at you and goes, "For 5 silver pieces, you could crash at my house." And well, what about a tavern? Um, For 2 silver pieces, I'll tell you where the best tavern in town is. And Declan, go ahead and make me a luck roll, if you would.
Wait, say that again.
A luck skill check.
Luck. Okay. Critical
Okay.
failure.
You before you can really figure out what's going on, Simon hands this guy 2 silver. And the guy kind of straightens up a little bit and goes, "Ah, yes, young master. The best taverns in town are probably gonna be in Midtown. Personally, I like the Nest. And he gives you the name of a street. And he goes, "It's right off the highway there, or the main street through town." He goes, "But one of your tastes and your friend here might like the Alabaster Inn. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty close to Hightown, and I've never been there myself, as I've always got to be real close to the docks in case work comes up. But I hear their beds are like sleeping on clouds. If you would like for another 2 silver pieces, I'll be your guide."
he's talking to Simon, right? Because Simon gave him the silver.
Yeah,
And I have no idea what's
you
going
have
on, really.
no idea what's going on. Simon's like, oh, yeah, that would be fantastic. And he gives this guy 2 other silver pieces, and the guy goes, right this way then, young masters. And he starts walking with Simon kind of up the main road of town. Dagganoff, you probably not close enough to hear it, but close enough to see that interaction and see these two following a sailor into town.
I'll go ahead and follow.
Yeah, you catch up pretty quickly, probably at least to Declan. And Declan, Simon is just talking this guy's ear off. And this guy is answering questions. Whether or not these answers are true or accurate in any way, you're unsure of. But Simon seems to be learning everything about the Alabaster City that one could possibly imagine. And it's probably, you guys would be probably walking for about 10, 15 minutes. Declan or Dagganoff, are you doing anything in particular as this guy is taking you through the main road down?
So, because of my like sixth sense earlier, and I know that someone's like keeping an eye on me, I'm kind of close to my short spear rather than like my actual spear that I use for combat now. Um, so I'm just kind of like walking with my hand very close to it, just in case I have to draw, because I have no idea what's going on, but I know there's someone like watching.
After you get past the area that this sailor,
Seaside, we got past Seaside.
yeah, once you kind of
Okay.
come into what the sailor says is Midtown, which is a little bit of an older part of town. It's more stone. You see some buildings that maybe were once this brilliant, like the
Mhm.
palaces, but now have aged and kind of discolored themselves over time. You lose that sense of being observed by something other than just the people walking around.
Oh,
You're a little bit,
okay.
you're that kind of prickly feeling in the back of your neck settles.
Okay, then I'm probably going to try to talk to Dagganoff and just try to have a conversation with him. Like, Dagganoff, how'd you like the boat trip? Okay,
I think
I
I'm
tried.
finally recovering. It's made me a little nauseous. I haven't really been on boats since I was younger.
I used to go on boats when you were younger, or when I was younger. Sorry, I used to go on boats when I was younger.
The
Yeah.
sailor guy turns around at that and goes, "You know, you two, you two look like you could be related. I thought you were brothers. I thought this guy was your cousin." No, no, no. And Simon kind of slaps his shoulder and goes, "We're an adventuring party. We've spent the last year training together. That's why we all look kind of alike, because we've all gone through the same training. I told you that." He goes, "Oh, yeah, you told me that. Anyway, we're going to go left over here."
Okay.
And they sort of walk off.
I would say after he said that, I'm probably inspecting those fish and kind of trying to lean into the scaly aspect of what that fisherman told me.
And now I'm just confused because I think my brother's dead, and like, what?
Tomahawk, roll me an observe, would you? You found your way to kind of a central market area where there are booths and shops and centers. This kind of nice little, almost garden. There's a couple trees. You found yourself. There's other people lounging, having picnics. 14. Well, that's maybe 25 minutes or so. Found a nice little comfortable spot in the tree, and then you see the rest of your friends following a rough-looking sailor as they pass through this kind of market / parade ground / kind of Central Park-like area. They seem to be heading up the hill towards the other parts of town.
Well, this is an interesting development. Um, can I? Oh man, I don't know if there's anything that I might be able to roll to see if maybe I can get like a general idea of maybe this guy's intentions or something. Like, does he look trustworthy?
Yeah, give me a 6 sense. I feel like that kind of is the same. With that, yeah, you definitely get the sense that the sailor is shady some way, and oh, it doesn't look like they're in danger. You know, it doesn't look like he is leading them. You haven't seen him go into an alley. He's actually walked right through like the middle of the park, and they're in public. It's not like he's keeping them in the shadows or anything. But you definitely feel like can't can't fully trust this guy.
Okay. So instead of calling them over, I'll just drop out of the tree and run over. Just be like, "Hey guys, did you see that tree I found over there? I climbed it all the way up to the top. It was awesome. I could basically see the whole city from up there." Oh, you? Who are you?
Yeah, well, I'm a friendly sailor friend who's taking these fine gentlemen here to. Do you guys want to go to the Alabaster Inn or the Nest?
You said the nest was a nice one.
Yeah, it's a
Dude,
little
well, you
bit
said it's a
cheaper. It's a little bit cheaper, yeah. But from what I've heard, the Alabaster Inn has the. They said the beds are like laying on clouds. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that feels like, but it sounds like it'd be good.
Well, it depends on the type of cloud. You could probably just fall through it.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I thought too. But you know, I've never slept down there, so I guess I wouldn't have a good comparison for it. But yeah, we go to the Nest. It's a little bit closer. It's really just kind of on the other side of the park here. You go up about a street, a block maybe, and it's on the left there.
I'll just say, I'm used to sleeping in trees. And I'll look at him like accusatorily, although I didn't really accuse him of anything.
Good for you, I guess. They don't. I'll tell you what. If you try to sleep in the trees out here, the guards are gonna probably tell you to go somewhere. They don't really like that.
I guess I'm forced to
Does
sleep
he-
on a cloud then tonight, huh?
I guess we're going
Does
to
he look a
Alabaster
bit like
Inn then.
hungry? Does he look like slim, like a little too slim, maybe thinner than the ones around us? Like everyone might look a little healthier than he is.
No, he looks like the sailors that you spent the last almost better part of 2 weeks with. So probably a little thin in the fact that they just kind of ate rations. But he doesn't look unhealthy. Just disheveled and slightly drunk.
I want to present him with one of the fish I had to see if he recognizes it. Have you fished this before? And I'll kind of present him the scaly fish.
Yeah, it's a shale bass is what they call them. Pretty popular around here. The scales are real rough. Yeah, from what your friend Simon was saying, coming from the south, my mom used to make a really good stew with these, right? So you got to chop the heads off. You want to keep the heads in the stew though for the stock and the broth, get all the flavors out. But then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to cut, and he kind of shows you along the back here. Split it, put that in the stew. When that's ready to cook, pull it out and put it on the fire for a minute. It's excellent. Then you have a hot stew to go with it.
I appreciate that. While he's doing that, would I be able to observe if he has a coin pouch or if he's hanging his booze on his belt?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an observe.
Oh shit. +3.
See, with a 12, he's got a half-drinking bottle that he's been drinking out of this entire time he's been walking. And you do catch, a coin purse or something on him. But with your 12, seems pretty empty. from what you can tell.
Hey, mind if I get a swig? I'll point at his.
Sure. It's pretty rough stuff.
I'll go ahead and pop the cork and I'll kind of look over at Tomahawk and
Hey.
I'll take a swig.
Yeah, you pop the cork and take a swig of this thing, and it is borderline vile. It is cheap swill, you know, and it's, yeah. Yeah, it'll put a little hair on your chest, kid.
Why?
There's a point when you just need whatever gets the job done, you know?
I'll just kind of lower my head a little and maybe lag behind just a little bit. I'm gonna walk over to Tomahawk.
I'll just kind of slap him on the chest and be like, "You took that like a real man."
Yeah. Why does he look so shady?
You know, I thought the same thing. I don't know though. I mean, seems like he's got good effective booze. And he's taking us to a place where we sleep on clouds.
He's doesn't have a lot of money, but yet he helps. Never where I'm from. Gosh, this stuff is horrible. Never where I'm from is anyone help you without awful needs.
And as you guys are kind of having this conversation, you hear, that's, yeah, Master Simon, it's right up the road there, and I'm going to get back to the dock now, because I got to get up early and go work a boat, you know, and all that stuff. It's a pleasure meeting you, and if you're in the docks and see me, say hi, I guess. And he shakes Simon's hand, who's, you know, enthusiastic, and he bolts off real quick.
Like while he's still in eyesight, I'll just tell everybody, like, everybody just do yourself a favor and check your pockets. Like, if I feel around, do I feel like I'm missing anything?
Yeah, you guys feel like you have everything intact.
I'm good.
Simon, however, will look at you guys, be like, I think I left my walking pouch on the ship. That's where I had, you know, it's like 15 silver in there. I kept most of it in my backpack, which I know is still there. I enchanted it slightly, but my change pouch is gone.
Say no more, and I'll spin after the. Did we get the guy's name?
No, he never really gave you his name. He
yeah.
sort of just deflected every time you asked him his name.
Okay.
He was just some drunk guy.
Some drunk pickpocket sailor. Roll me. I'm gonna have you. So what are you trying to do? And we'll see how many checks I have you roll.
I'm gonna try to. Well, first I'll just kind of like give them an idea of like, come on guys, let's go get him, and then I'll just take off without waiting for them, and I'm just gonna try to catch up to him, and if I can catch up to him, I'll stop him. I'm not gonna try to like tackle him or anything.
All right. Give me an observe check and a luck check.
Observe 13. And luck 6.
All right. So you pretty quickly turn around and you catch him on, or at least spot him, I should say, on the other side of the market. And he knows what he did, so he's not even turning around, and you think for a moment you have an advantage, but this guy knows the city more than you. Kind of come around where you think he's gonna be, he is gone. But you do know he is headed back down to Seaside. You do lose him.
Well, guys, I guess we might have to go all the way back across town if we're gonna get. Old
Well, you
Simon's
ran off.
coins
You're
back.
talking to yourself because none of us have caught up to you yet.
Oh yeah. Wait, who am I talking to?
I feel like I would have chased after Tomahawk, but I'm the slowest member of the team, so I'm just like carrying all my all my weapons. Just like, okay, I'll catch him up. I'll catch up.
Yeah, and Simon's probably next to you, Declan. And he goes, "No, there's no way the sailor guy took it. He was a good guy."
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but your money's missing.
I think if we went back to the boat, look, the captain's going to be here for a few days. We could go check tomorrow. And Daganov, what is your reaction to this situation?
He's
From the
still-
booze. I've actually never had booze before.
You know what? Roll me. Let's do a check then. Let's do a strength endurance roll. Oh, 20. Yeah, you got a little bit of tipsy. You only had one swig of it, so you're feeling real good. This is you're not sick yet. You think that if you would have drank it more, you probably would have been sick, but you just had enough where you're like, all right, edge off a little bit. You feel like you want to talk to people. That's new. And yeah, you're just feeling a little bit more social.
Would I know the local age of drinking where I came from by chance?
Yeah, it would be around this age, that kind of young adult thing. Most this place as well. And honestly, a couple years younger could probably get away with it. Are they going to serve you at a tavern? Probably not. But if somebody caught you with a thing of alcohol, they wouldn't really care. Well, you guys are probably old enough you could be served at a tavern, but yeah, it is right around the age. Yeah, so Tomahawk, you lost the sailor. Simon and Declan are kind of discussing where Simon it couldn't be the sailor. There's no way. He was too nice of a guy. And Dagannoth is discovering what being slightly tipsy is.
I'll kind of like look around and I'll start talking, realizing that no one is around me, and then I'll just head back in the direction I came.
Yeah, and you see Simon and Declan discussing the nature of the sailor who was your guide here discussing the nature of the sailor, and then Dagannoth is kind of just probably standing there with a little bit of a grin on his face. And just a little tipsy.
Yeah, I didn't really have a good feeling about that guy. He's gone. And nobody who's innocent runs that fast. Not faster than me, anyway.
He seemed like a nice guy.
He gave you alcohol. You're drunk.
You know what? I like this side of you, Dagannoth.
This is the most I've actually ever seen you smile.
Oh, it helps me remember Serenity.
Is Serenity
So-
a person, or?
I was like, oh, my mom's name was Serenity.
Yeah, she was.
Huh?
I'll kind
Maybe
of
he's
just drift
drunk.
off a little.
Maybe he's just drunk.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to the captain tomorrow because I think I just left my clothes on the ship by accident, which makes sense. I was pretty sick that whole travel. I could have left it somewhere, and those guys will keep. Yeah, I know that. Those sailors on the Wave Runner were the coolest. But yeah, let's go. I could use my stomach's something warm for my stomach. I'm hungry, and because I think he said the nest was just right over here.
Yeah.
I thought
did
we
he-
were going to the
Oh.
Alabaster and to sleep on clouds.
Oh yeah, we could go there too. Or the nest. I don't know. We could, I guess, check each one out.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Did he say which one of them? Did either of them have like a tavern attached or anything?
They both do.
They
Yeah.
both do. Okay.
He just said the nest was cheaper.
Mm. Well, we can get good and drunk down at the nest for a lot less.
Well, I don't drink, so I'll go
Well,
with you and we can hang out. Maybe they'll have like a juice or something.
any day's a good day to start.
Well, I'll go with you guys just in case, you never know.
Yeah, it's
There
never
could
too
be-
late to pick up a bad habit. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys walk down the street a little bit and you see what is obviously the nest. There's this probably 3-story building kind of made of stone, and over the doorway is what looks to be a giant nest. And every minute or so, a little almost animatronic bird head comes around the top and just makes a little chirping noise. It's like chirp. Then about a minute later, it does the same thing. And you can hear there are some people inside, and it seems to that it's a decently busy little tavern.
It seems like a
Head
nice
inside.
place, other than that chirping bird every now and then.
I think it's charming.
You like birds, Tomahawk?
I sleep with them a lot.
You sleep with birds?
Yeah, they like to sleep in trees. I like to sleep in trees.
Oh yeah. You like trees? That's right.
Wait, what do you think I'm in?
I thought you like, when you're sleeping and you have like a teddy bear, like you have a bird.
No, they're a little fragile for that. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside and
Yeah, the nest is a pretty standard inn. You're greeted by a very nice woman who asks if you are just you need rooms, or you just here to grab some drink for the evening.
how
I
about
show
all the
her a
above?
red card.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you guys are adventurers from the Adventurers Guild.
Yes.
Well, and from the looks of you, new to town. So, you are more than welcome to food and drink, and if you would like to pay for lodging here. But I don't know if anybody has told you, but the Adventurers Association does have free lodging if they have beds available. I say that hoping that you pay for our comforts here, but I'd like to let the newer adventurers know. I know that some of the lower ranked adventurers don't have as much money, so can't quite afford some of the more luxury life.
Well, let's talk about Scratch. How much is it going to cost us to stay here tonight, and how are the accommodations as compared to the Adventurers Guild?
Well, 3 silver gets you a room for the night and 1 meal. You stay quite a few days. I can always probably provide a discount if you know you're going to be a length of time.
Hmm. Scrit, you know what, guys? We did pretty well on our last couple of adventures, and I don't really need a whole lot, so I got it. And I'll plop down. Uh, you said 3 silver for per night.
Yeah, per person.
I'll plop down 12 silver on the counter in front of her. And you know what? We're gonna need 3 drinks. Oh, sorry, 3 drinks.
He goes, oh, well, perfect. You know what? I'll buy the drinks on me. Welcome to town, new adventurers. Please have a seat, and I'll bring you out. Kind of sniffs a little bit. She goes, I think it's boar stew this evening with some fresh bread. Did you 3 drinks and some dinner?
Thank you very much, ma'am. We appreciate it.
Of course. Just anything you need, you can come find me or the bartender.
Will do.
Thanks, Tomahawk.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I don't need a whole lot.
I kind of like put my hand on his shoulder and go, I can buy you a drink after the first round that they give us.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need it. And I'll look around at the inn and see, are the rafters suitable for climbing?
Wants
Um,
to sleep on
you
the raft.
see like one corner that you could probably fit in pretty comfortably. It's a little bit of a shorter building. It's not the rafters aren't super high, but there's a corner that you think if you wiggled yourself in there, you could probably perch.
Hmm.
Well,
I'm not used to the whole like social convention thing or anything, but you think it'd be cool if I climb there?
I mean, I don't think it's proper for you to climb
No.
on people's walls and stuff. Simon looks over and he goes, I mean, I know you like to do that at my house, but I think it's
Yeah.
probably impolite here.
Hmm.
It is definitely not social approved.
All right. Well, I guess everywhere we go is gonna be boring from now on. So
Hey, maybe they have rafters in our room and you can sleep up at the top.
you've really gotten Tomahawk's hopes up now.
I hope that's the case. I'm like, I don't hope that I get up your or ruin your hopes and dreams, but I really hope that like the top of the room has like a little thing where you could sleep up there.
Just imagine, like,
Yeah.
your character wakes up in the middle of the night with Tomahawk like right
And you're
over
like
his
right
face.
above me. I'm like, what?
Well, and I feel like
You said there'd be rafters in here.
he might start in like a position where he's kind of sitting and lounging and looking cool. When you wake up in the middle of the night, he's like a jaguar where all four of his legs are down, and his face is like on it. But yeah, unless you guys are doing anything specific, the night is uneventful. Besides maybe a few of the party members getting drunk for the first time, kind of thing.
Could I possibly be like people watching while this is going on while everybody else is drinking and I'm just kind of like drinking a juice?
Yeah, and without even a roll, nothing stands out really to you. A lot of the people that are in here are like merchants or uh, traders. You think you see a couple craftsmen or some handy workers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
This seems to be a place that a lot of people come to just get a good meal and have a couple good drinks. It's not super rowdy. Um, you hear whispers of like every couple nights they have live music or a minstrel that comes and plays and stuff like that. But for the most part, nothing in particular. Nothing that really is of noteworthy more than you would think would be normal. It's like this.
Okay. Sounds good.
But
We
at one
enjoy the night.
Yeah, at one
So
point Simon will be like, a little couple cups in probably. Are we gonna go to the Alabaster Adventure Association in the morning and check in? Because that's where we have to turn these in, right?
yeah, we'll go there in the morning. It's okay, Simon, and I kind of pat him on the head.
Good, good. What is this called? Is really good.
Pretty sure this is beer.
Beer. Oh yeah, Si- Simon said beer was really good, and I believe him.
Wait, you call your dad Simon?
No, this is my grandpa Simon.
Oh,
So the 7th?
My I'm I'm the seventh.
I thought you were the 9th.
No, you're right. I'm the ninth. Yeah, the seventh
see, it really seems like your whole naming convention is more trouble than it's worth.
is tradition.
Hmm. Okay.
You gotta keep the Simon name going. You know.
It's like when one of those old bands just keep going. Those old, uh, those old bard troops, they just keep going and going and going. Eventually, the guys they end up being like really old, and maybe they should just let it die. Their time came, they had it good,
They should just let it die. Quit while they're ahead, before they ruin their sound.
But what if the next song is the one? You know?
It's not. It never is, Simon. It never is.
But what if it is? Declan, you know what I'm saying, right? What if the next one is?
What if the next song is?
Exactly.
What if the next song is what?
Is it? What if the next song is it?
I've never heard that song.
Dagonoth, you know what I'm talking about. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's not it. It's like you guys have never drank anything before.
Every now and again, my mom would let me have watered down wine with dinner, but like one glass.
You've got a lot of learning to do.
Yeah, I don't touch the stuff, so this is pretty entertaining.
That's all right, Declan. No one's perfect.
Well, I'll try harder next time.
And I feel like that's kind of the rest of your night with just ridiculous conversations and
Just
things
goes
like
nowhere.
he just circles around again eventually to like that's what I'm saying about the songs. But yeah,
We're
you
back on this
guys
again?
drag Simon at one point up to the rooms, and it's 2 rooms. There's 2 beds in each one, and Tomahawk, roll me a luck roll, will you?
I feel like one point in our conversations, I'm talking about how me and Elizabeth might finally hold hands.
Did it show up?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I
gotta
just
be-
I rolled 2 6s in a row for luck. Okay.
That's funny. No rafters for you to be up on, but the bed is pretty comfortable, and you think that at least for this evening it should do.
I grumble just a little bit.
I'm sorry, Tomahawk. There wasn't any rafters in the room.
No, it's not your fault. It's fine. I'll live. I just like to, kind of let my arms hang. It feels good.
Well,
Feel like a monkey.
at least in the adventure guild, you can chill in the rafters. As
Yeah.
long as you don't break any of the guild rules, they let you kind of do what you want.
Yeah, I'm just not really used to being inside walls and all that stuff. I like the wind.
I get it.
But yeah, you guys wake up the next morning. Simon is a little slow to wake up. Is complaining about having a headache. Morning.
Don't worry, you get used to it. Just need to get you some water.
So yeah, Tomahawk, you uncomfortably lay in this bed. Simon, loud and snoring next to you, or Declan, Dagonoth in the next room, probably just go to bed naturally. At some point in the evening, Dagonoth, you are thrashing and rolling around, and yeah, what is Dagonoth having this drunken nightmare of?
You can't take this anymore. Is Declan in my room, or is he in the neighboring room?
No, you 2 are in a room, and then Tomahawk and Simon are in another.
I'm gonna go over to him. Declan,
Yeah. What's up? It's sleep time.
I can't hide it anymore.
What? Don't do something weird. I barely woke up.
My name is Cypher.
Yeah, that's the name
Cypher
of my...
Ravenspear.
Wait, no. Cypher's dead.
I'm gonna
Everyone
go ahead
died.
and roll up. I'm gonna roll out my bandages, and I'm gonna show him some of the burn marks that I have.
Okay.
I got this 10 years ago.
The
I watched Serenity,
that's
our
my mother's
mother.
name. That, everyone died that day. And why don't, if you're really my brother, wouldn't you have this? And I pull out like the necklace of our like family like emblem. Both me and my brother had one.
Prime took that from me.
Who did?
The man who saved me, Prime.
Oh. Okay.
If
Well,
you don't
well,
understand, then you'll understand that Nolan is our father.
yeah, Nolan's my dad. Okay, we'll talk about this in the morning, okay? I'm really sleepy. And I fall
think I'll
back
just kinda-
asleep.
I was to say, I
fall
think I'll
back
just kinda-
asleep.
I'll kind of sit aside and then just kind of a little bit drunken in my stupor. Kind of just sit back down. Maybe I'll just fall asleep on the floor. Damn you, Ronnie.
I have a plan for the next morning.
So yeah, maybe Daganov, you're sitting there probably kind of staring at him, in disbelief that he won't believe you until you sort of pass out yourself for the evening. And yeah, you are awoken to the sounds of birds, but it doesn't sound like they're outside like you would get in the wilderness. Sounds like they are fluttering around in your room as kind of this magical tone sort of goes through the entire tavern and inn. Uh, and Simon wakes up and he's like, close the window. There's a bird in here. They're a pain in the butt. Oh, what? That's weird.
Ah, that's a nice touch. I like that.
Why does somebody hit me in the head? My head hurts so bad right now.
No, you just need to drink more. Here, we'll go downstairs, get you a little bit more. We'll get a bit of the hair of the dog, as they say.
I don't want dog hair in my mouth. That
It's
sounds
a
horrible.
look. I'm not too good with people, okay? But it's something they say, sometimes.
Oh, okay. Should we see if Declan and Dagonoth are up?
Ah, I don't know. Something tells me in the back of my mind that they might have something they need to work out.
Oh, yeah. Dagonoth drank a lot last night too. Yeah, we'll see them downstairs.
Yeah, you know what you need?
And I'll just like smack him on the stomach.
Uh,
You need some eggs. Come on.
and bacon. Why do I? Bacon sounds really good too.
Yeah.
And just go downstairs and it's just
Yeah.
cold cereal.
Well, and I feel like as you two walk past the door to Declan and Dagonoth's room, the camera zooms in there. And how do you two wake up as this
I feel
bird chirping
I would say
is
he
going
probably wakes up before me. I'm
I
probably.
I would say I woke up before him. I kind of look over, he's on the floor. I'm like, maybe it wasn't a dream. And I like just kind of walk by him and open the door. And as I open the door, I like see Tomahawk and Simon walking by, and I was like, oh, okay. And I just kind of leave him passed out on the floor.
Yeah, so Dagonoth, you wake up in an empty room.
I'm never gonna drink again.
You know what? Roll me. Curious if you would even your character would even actually remember admitting to that. So let's do a psyche endurance roll.
Shit.
Oh, effective score 19. Yeah, okay. You have that like slight headache and you're like, "Did I actually say that last night?" You go through that whole emotion of remembering you waking Declan up in the middle of the night and admitting that he is your brother, and him being like, "Just go to bed," and rolling over.
So my character does remember.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and. Why am I so stupid? I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna go to Declan. Would I find Declan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we're probably all at the table.
eating like a porridge, and uh Simon probably looking suspiciously at a mug that Tomahawk ordered for him.
So I'm gonna my character as you've seen has a longer cloth across his neck. I'm gonna just walk over there. I'm gonna take off the cloth. I'm gonna pull down my shirt a little bit, and there'll be a burned emblem mark showing our
The family crest.
family crest burned into my skin.
Oh man, I thought I dreamed that last night. I had a drunk you over me going, "I'm your brother. Our dad is Nolan," and I thought you were lying, but that's definitely our family crest. Man, I thought you were dead, and I like tackle you in a hug. I was like, "You're alive!"
I'll just kind of sit there embracing, and I'll probably not say anything. Probably like maybe shaking a little.
And I go, "Guys, this is my dead twin brother. He was actually alive."
I just have a little bit of egg just kind of fall out of my mouth. What?
Yeah.
What's going on?
He told me last night that he was actually my brother, and that's our family crest burned on him. Look, it matches. And I hold my like little medallion next to his
Dude, his horrible scar.
his burger. And I was like, "Look, they're matching."
Simon looks up and he goes, that's really great and all, and I'm really glad. I'm really confused. Do you have to say it so loud?"
Yeah, it's the greatest thing ever. All this
Okay.
time, I thought I was an orphan by myself, but I'm actually an orphan with my twin brother.
That's great,
How did-
guys. I I didn't even know that this was a thing that you were dealing with.
Oh yeah, totally a thing. I didn't talk about my past. I just was like, yeah, I grew up and was raised by priests. Which is why I'm so excited that I might actually get to hold hands with my lady friend.
Huh. Wow. Ain't that the darndest thing?
So
how did you live?
How did I live? Uh,
I
the
watched everything burn down.
yeah, the Valkyrie priest came in, killed the last guy that was there, and took me out. And the only thing that survived was the church. And so I was one of the only two people that survived. Well, I guess three, but I thought you died too.
Didn't think it happened.
Well, it did. So I'm glad we're both alive. And please never go on top of me again when trying to wake me up. That was a little too much.
So hard to keep a straight face.
and Simon is kind of looking at you with a blank stare, and he goes, How old were you guys when this happened?"
6?
6.
So Daganov, what's your do you know what your na- uh name was before you became Daganov?
Cipher.
Cipher. And what? And your family name is Ravenspear, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
The Drakens gave me Daganov. They call us all Daganov. I'm
Oh,
known as Daganov Cipher.
Oh, that makes sense. Do you want us to keep calling you Daganov, or would you like to be safer? What? How long have you known that Declan was your brother?
About a year ago, at the end of our first adventure,
And you
when
waited
he
a
said,
year to say something?
"If you only could understand."
Am I still drunk? And he looks at Tomahawk.
Unfortunately, not. Here,
I'll just
He hands him another beer.
And he-
and I'll just like I'll look over at Dagoth or Cypher with a mouthful of food. He's like,
Yeah, you know the cipher. It really fits your face a lot better than Dagonoth does. You look more like a cipher.
Is there just food out? Just able to just sit down and eat?
yeah, she
Yeah.
brought like like a breakfast platter of stuff.
I'm just gonna kind of sit there and eat quietly.
aggressively fork another sausage.
Simon, you
I-
see him take a big gulp of this mug and put it down, and yeah, I feel better now. Better now. Well,
Yeah. See?
you know, I think it's weird that you waited so long, but you know, I guess you know your reasons are your own. We've gone on a few adventures together now, and you know, I will respect uh that boundary. But I will say it's a bit odd, but that's okay. I'm glad that you guys have found each other. Now I guess. You know, I guess you technically found him a year ago. Um,
So,
yeah.
like, what does this mean? Like, is the whole group dynamic gonna change? Because we worked pretty well together before.
I mean, he might talk to me more now. He he's been very short with me and not really answering my questions. So we could be a more lively bunch now that I know. But no,
Nice.
we're all still friends.
Party time.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Well,
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit there continuously eating.
should we finish up our breakfast and maybe wash up and see if maybe we could go on our first adventure as a new old group together?
Yeah, just make sure you fill up your water skin with water, actual water. Like, you don't
Yeah,
want to drink
yeah.
more of that, or else you're gonna be drunk all day.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll pull out my little stone thing and crack it on the table and be like,
Let's get to it, shall we?
Yeah, and Simon looks over and goes, "Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know which way to the Adventurers Association building?" And she gives you the directions. She says it is in Hightown, and it is one of the biggest buildings before you hit the actual Royal District. She says you can't miss it. It used to be an old library, so it has. She says just look for the beautiful windows, and you will find the Adventuring Association there.
Sounds good to me. Let's head out, guys. After we pay, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys head out and walk through town a little bit. The town in the morning is a little bit more livelier than it was the day before. You're right on the edge of that kind of Central Park market area, and you can see booths and vendors shouting and wares being sold and stuff like that, and the smell of fresh breads and all the fun things of a big city kind of happening all around you. Are you guys gonna stop for anything or straight to the Adventurers Association?
I would probably say straight to the Adventurers Guild. I assume we all have our stuff.
Yeah. And you guys kind of follow again this white road that sort of winds through town. Come upon you go through Midtown, you hit Hightown, which again it's as you've kind of gone through the tiers of this town, it's just gotten nicer and nicer. You know, Seaside, kind of wooden, a little rundown, weather beaten, stuff like that. Midtown was a little bit newer stone buildings, vines and moss and stuff growing. The buildings themselves weren't taken great care of. Hightown is a little bit more well maintained. You can kind of tell the streets are cleaner. The buildings seem to be uh, groomed and landscaped and things like that. Come across this giant, almost cathedral like white building with mosaic windows, stained glass, and all these beautiful fixtures outside. You can see, and there's a whole group of adventurers kind of lined up and mingling right outside the building. Obviously, the Alabaster Adventurers Association building. If everybody will give me an observe roll.
Damn.
Not knowing where stuff is sucks. Oh wait, hold on. No, I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is.
It's in checks. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of you, are taking in the wonder of this beautiful building, and the things that pop out the most are the stained glass windows. Each one seems to depict a heroic figure of some kind. You see, somebody with a sword and this beautiful plate armor, or maybe what looks to be a high level mage, somebody who might be a priest, and maybe another warrior, or it's just these heroic figures that are in these windows depicted. And across the actual building itself seems to be kind of a mosaic. Whether it's painted or engraved into the stone itself, you can't quite tell. And it depicts some sort of story. There's one of looks like a figure with a sword, and then two armies clashing, and just kind of this whole building seems to be telling some sort of grand story. You guys enter into a bustling adventurers guild, and there are two people behind the counter. They look like twins themselves, humans, probably in their mid-20s. One is a male. He stands a little over 6 feet, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and he's looking out and is talking to adventurers in front of him. And then next to him is a shorter female, and they have very similar facial features and sort of move almost the same way as they're talking. But he is very animated, and she seems to just kind of stand there nodding and making very little movement as she talks with others. And I think the camera is going to kind of zoom out on the four of you standing with the door open, and the sort of do a long, slow drone shot through the city. And that is where we are going to end this first episode, as you have officially made it to the Alabaster Adventurers Association. And your adventure will continue.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right, next session right now. No.